Hey students, now we are going to learn partial fractions for second type. Before I begin this lesson, please take your pen and your notebook and let's study with me. Okay, in this lesson, I will explain how to find the solutions of 3 questions of partial fractions second type. The partial fraction second type or type 2, okay, like this 1 over x plus p squared, you may convert becomes this partial fractions a plus x, a over x plus p plus b over x plus p squared. For example, this express x over x minus 2 squared in partial fraction. All right, now x over x minus 2 squared, okay, identical to a over x minus 2 according to this rule plus b over x minus 2 squared. Okay, now it becomes a times x minus 2. We have to multiply by x minus 2 squared. Okay, denominator of d of this the second fraction. So if a times x minus 2 squared over x squared, it becomes a times x minus 2. Okay, this numerator x here, and then if b times x minus 2 squared over x minus 2 squared, it becomes b. Okay, the coefficients of x, I mean, is 1. Okay, but you have to expand first. Yeah, 1x identical to ax minus 2a, okay, plus b. Okay, so look, ax 1x, it means a equal 1. Okay, next, so how about if we calculate b? Okay, now x equal x minus 2, it means if sorry, I'm gonna write down if x equal 2, okay, if x equal 2, and sub it here, it means x, so this x becomes 2 equal, if it is x2, 2 minus 2 equals 0, then 2 equal b. Okay, a equal 1 and b equal 2. So these expressions, x over x minus 2 squared, okay, we may convert becomes partial fraction 1 over y1 because a equal 1. This 1 over x minus 2 plus B how much? B, of course, 2. 2 over x minus 2 squared, like this. I think clear. Okay, let's continue for the second question. We are going to find the partial fractions of these expressions, x over x minus 1 times x minus 2 squared. Okay. X over x minus 1 times x minus 2 squared, identical to, okay, to find the partial fractions of these expressions, a little bit different with the previous problems. Pay attention. It becomes a over, there is 3 terms, a over x minus 1, afterwards plus b over x minus 2, according to this rule, plus c over x minus 2 squared. Okay, and for the next step, you have to multiply by x minus 1, is denominator, and x minus 2 squared, this denominator, this, and it becomes the numerator, x here, and all numerator here becomes a. If you multiply these terms, a over x minus 1 multiplied by this x minus 1 or, times x minus 2 squared, it becomes a times x minus 2 squared. Okay, and if you multiply x minus 1 times x minus 2 squared to this second term, it becomes b x minus 1 x minus 2, okay, plus, if you multiply this term, the third terms, by the x minus 1 and x minus 2 squared, it becomes c times x minus 1. Okay, now if x equal to, okay, if x equal to y2, because this is x minus 2. Okay, so if x equal to, it means this term becomes 0, okay, because 2 minus 2 equals 0. 0 times a, of course, 0. And the second terms as well, 0, because 2 minus 2. Okay, 0 times this term times this b, and of course 0. So what is? If 2 minus 1 equal 1. So it if x equal to, it means these equations becomes 2, okay, because x equal to 2 equal 1c, okay, it means c equal 2. Okay, next, so how about if x equal 1? Because this expression is x minus 1. Yeah, if x equal 1, and these equations becomes 1, okay, because this x equal 1 equal, I'm going to this one first, okay. If x equal 1, it's fine. It becomes, this term becomes a times negative 1 squared, yeah, times 1, it means 1. Okay. The second terms equals 0, and this one 0 as well. So a equal 1. We already get c equal 2 and a equal 1. Now we're going to calculate b. We're going to find b. How much b? How to find b? We are going to expand these equations. It becomes x identical to, okay, x identical to a times x squared minus 4a, minus 4x, I mean, plus 4. Like this. And afterwards, plus b, x squared, okay, because x times x, and then negative 1 minus 2, it becomes negative 3x plus 2, okay, plus cx minus c, okay. Okay, and if you expand, okay, if you calculate, multiply a times x squared times minus 4x times 4, b times x squared times negative 3x times 2, yeah, you're gonna have this expressions ax squared minus 4ax, okay, this one a, plus 4a, okay, plus b x squared minus 3bx plus 2b plus cx minus c. Okay. Identical to, now we're gonna factorizing a plus b x squared, yeah, ax squared and bx squared. And next for x, 1, 2, 3, okay, plus negative 4a, afterwards this negative 3b, and then plus c times x. And without x, for a, 2b, and minus c, plus 4a, for a, yeah, plus 2b minus c. Okay, x. Yeah. Now pay attention to this. X coefficient, of course, 1 here. Okay, it means negative for a minus 3b plus c equal 1. Okay, c equal 2, a equal 1. So it means negative 4 minus 3b plus 2 equal 1. Okay, I'm gonna use in this space, move the space negative 3b equal 1 minus negative 4 plus 2, negative 2, it means 1 plus 2. So b equal 3 over negative 3. B equal negative 1. Okay. Now look this rule. It means these expressions. I'm gonna move to this space. Okay. X over x minus 1 times x minus 2 squared. Okay. We may convert into these partial fractions based on this these partial fractions. So now these expansions, it becomes a how much? A equal 1, it means 1 over x minus 1 plus b how much? B minus 1. If minus 1, it means minus, not plus. Okay. Minus here, minus 1 over x minus 2. Okay. C how much? C equal 2. It means plus 2 over x minus 2 squared. Okay, so these expressions you may convert into partial fraction like this: 1 over x minus 1 minus 1 over x minus 2 plus 2 over x minus 2 squared. Okay. This one. 1 over, similar with the previous problem, the strategy to find the solution. Okay. Yeah, a over x plus 1 plus b over x minus 1 plus c over x minus 1 squared. Yeah, afterwards, these terms at the right side multiply by x plus 1 times x minus 1 squared. This. Okay. Next one, identical to if x plus 1 times x minus 1 squared times a over x plus 1, you're going to have a times x minus 1 squared. This. If x plus 1 times x minus 1 squared times b over x minus 1 times this term, you now have this term divided, it becomes b times x plus 1 times x minus 1. Okay, like this. And for the third terms, if you calculate, if you multiply, I mean, c over x minus 1 squared times x plus 1 times x minus 1 squared, then I have the new terms like this, c times x plus 1. Okay. Okay. And afterwards, you may expand a times x squared, okay? Afterwards, minus 2x plus 1, okay? Plus, now this term, b times x squared, okay, minus 1, okay, plus cx plus c, okay, because c times x, c times 1, c. And we may continue to expand, it becomes ax squared minus 2ax, okay, plus a, yeah, a times x squared equal ax squared, a times negative 2x is negative 2ax, and a times 1 is 1, is a, I mean, and b times x squared, bx squared, after b times negative 1, negative b, plus cx plus c, okay. And we may continue to expand, to factorizing, I mean, a plus b x squared, okay. Now x for x becomes negative 2a x and x to a plus c, x, next if without x, a, b, c, okay, plus a minus b plus c, okay. Now if x equal 1, if x equal negative 1 first, because x plus 1, it means x minus 1. If x equal minus 1, okay. If x equal negative 1, look this equation, okay, this one, this equation, okay. It becomes 1 here because this number 1 equal, it becomes 0, this because 1 minus 1, 0. How about this one as well? This one as well, 1 minus 1 is 0 times this one is 0, yeah, of course, 0. So this one, 1 plus 1, 2c, it means 2c, okay. Yeah, so the implication c equal a half. Okay, c equal a half. Now we are going to find the next variable. If x equal x minus 1, it means x equal 1 here. Okay, if x equal 1, wait, just now negative 1 here, it means negative 1 here. Oh no, sorry, still 1, yeah, still 1. If x negative 1, it means this negative 2. Sorry, I mean negative 2. So now negative 2 here. Okay. And c equal, yeah, if negative 1, 0, this one. Not c here. Okay. If x negative 1, So negative 1. Oh, sorry, this one. Negative 2. Negative 2 squared. 4. It means something wrong. This one, not C, but okay. So if x equal negative 1, if x negative 1, it means this is negative 2 squared. Yeah, 4a. Okay. If x negative 1, it becomes, this is 0. Okay. And if negative 1, 0 as well. Okay. So 1 equal 4a. It means a equal a quarter. This. Okay. Now if x equal 1, it means this is 0. Okay. 0 as well, this one, because 1 minus 1. This is 2 because 1 plus 2. Okay, so 1 equal 2c. Okay. Yeah, c equal a half. Okay. A equal a quarter, while c equal a half. Now we are going to find b. Based on these equations, look, this coefficient, 1 without x and without x this, it means a minus b plus c equal 1. Okay. A half, a quarter, so it means a quarter minus b plus a half equal 1. I'm gonna move here, okay, on this space, okay, and it becomes a quarter plus a half becomes, this is 2 to half, I mean, so 3, yeah, 3/4, okay, because 2/4 plus a quarter, yeah, 3/4 minus b equal 1, so b equal 3/4 minus 1, b equal negative, yeah, minus 1/4, okay, minus this, so a equal 1/4 or a quarter, b equal minus a quarter, c equal a half. It means these expressions we may convert into, yeah, x plus 1 times x minus 1 squared, okay, identical to, okay, these partial fractions, a based on this partial fraction, this rule. So a how much? A 1/4, it means 1/4 x plus 1, okay, is plus b how much? B, oh, minus, it means minus this one, not plus, okay, minus 1/4 times x minus 1, okay, and after what? C, okay, C, it means plus because positive, C a half 1/2 times x minus 1 squared, okay. All right, so this is the partial fractions of these expressions. All right, students, if you have any questions, or maybe some of you not understand yet my explanation, you may send me your message through my email, henrik.academy21@gmail.com. Thank you for joining with me in this lesson. See you.